And welcome back to Poll for Initiative, the tabletop role-playing stream where the audience influences the story. I, of course, am your Dungeon Master, Ben and/or Benjamin. It says I'm known on the internet. And with me, I have Seth, otherwise known as NB Banshee, who'll be playing today as Lise DeForest. Go ahead and say hi to everyone, Seth.
What voice was that?
What are you talking about? It's my voice.
Where did that one come from?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're still out of breath.
Anyway, how's everyone feeling? How you feeling, Seth? Welcome back, everyone. Seth, how you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling good. I just saw Opal draw a picture of Cassandra, and so I feel good. Although, I don't know, it seemed like maybe a little sad, but I didn't have that much time to look at it, but it was good, so.
Surely it's not being used as inspiration for horrible things to happen to her later.
I'm gonna punch you in your mouth if you do anything to hurt Cassandra.
Yeah, so you leveled up. You're level 13 now.
Oh, yeah, I did.
We had another dream sequence last time. Do you remember how last session ended?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. How did yesterday end, and how did last session end?
Yesterday. Honestly, I don't remember what I did yesterday. Oh, I was screaming about fucking taxes yesterday.
Okay.
But last session, oh my god, so much shit happened last session. We went to not Heaven's Cradle. We went to No Man's Land, and I did a speech. And then Sepulcher in her yucky hand.
Her yucky hand.
Yeah. And then now we're going to siege Heaven's Cradle with pirates, which I'm excited for. And then I had a dream, and it was weird, and I didn't really understand it, but that's typical. So.
But on that topic, you did have that weird dream you didn't understand. We're actually going to open up with that dream because it's been on your mind ever since you woke up. You know, for some reason, this dream, you just can't get it out of your head. It's been like seared into your mind. And you keep thinking back to that dream and how everything seemed like slightly out of focus. You know what I mean? Like everything was kind of like slightly fuzzy and like while it was a dream, it felt even more like a dreamlike state than usual, than your prophetic dreams. It felt almost like you were revisiting a place you've never been. And you keep thinking back to it because it felt like a memory that you have, but you don't. And as you're thinking about it, you actually hear, Lise, are you still with us? And you snap out of it and realize that you are in the captain's quarters right now. And that was Oliver that was just speaking to you.
Bro, what? I'm traumatized. You're gonna have to repeat everything you just said.
I'm traumatized. Oliver says, "Are you okay? Are you
no? Why
are
would
you ready for
that?
today?" Well,
oh yeah, no, I'm fine for a siege, but like mentally, no.
Oliver says, "It sounds like maybe you're not ready for today."
No, I'm fine. Just not in here. Like, I haven't been fine in here for a very long time, so it's not really anything new.
Oliver, by the way, isn't actually in their ship's quarters like they normally are on the other side of this mirror. They actually, you see Oliver sitting next to a campfire, and they're actually outside right now. They're packing up camp and preparing to continue forward. And they say, all right, well, you're a central, important part of the siege. If you don't think you can pull this off...
Okay, I have never said that. You are the one who keeps insinuating that. I'm fine.
And Merlin right next to them says, oh, don't worry, Oliver. I don't think that Lise has ever had her mental faculties fully about her while doing her best work.
See? Merlin gets it.
And Oliver rubs their forehead and they say, all right, how about we go over everything one more time?
Oh my gosh, fine. if we must.
And they say, so remember, your role is very, very important. If you cannot get that gate open, this is all bunk. Every other entrance into Heaven's Cradle is going to be heavily guarded. It turns out this siege ended up being way more popular than we could have possibly imagined. It's not just pirates that want plunder, it's the people of Caliban that want their nation back. Farmers, merchants, pirates, there's a lot of people who have gotten motivated to storm Heaven's Cradle. Now, unfortunately, we're not running an army here. We don't have siege equipment. We don't have the kind of things necessary to break walls, but that may actually be why this plan works. And they say, there's actually a smaller entrance into Heaven's Cradle on the east end. It's up through a mountain pass, so it's not heavily used by wagons and merchants, usually just hikers and individual peasants. We can move our army through there. And
I still like my idea of jumping off the Tempest from above, but whatever. I guess we'll do your mountain pass.
Oliver says, actually, that's where Artemis comes in. And Artemis, standing next to you, says, yeah, remember, Lise, the panic room. And
the what?
He says, so I have a little panic room built into my shop that allows teleportation to and from.
Yes, I do remember that. That weird little room.
With the panic room, I can easily teleport people from my workshop on the Tempest into my workshop back in Caliban, and no one will be any the wiser.
Right. So I'll go through there, and then I have to open the gate?
Yep. You, Cassandra, Helga, everyone can go through. And Oliver chimes in and says, we are packing up camp now, and we're on our way to the Tempest, which is just outside the east entrance. We're going to board the Tempest and join you there, me and Merlin.
Okay.
And they say, but again, the important role for you is to make sure that east entrance gate is open. Again, we don't have siege equipment, so we can't break it down. But that's the exact reason they're not going to expect us to come from the east gate, because it's so fortified. So if you can break that door, make sure it can't close, and destroy the ballistas on the walls, then it's free reign.
Okay, whoa, actually, hold on, back up. The first thing you said was open gate, and now you're adding on, no, it's not just open gate, you want me to destroy the gate and the ballistas? You should have started with that.
They say, you don't need to fully destroy it, just make sure they can't close it back up.
All right, she
has a ballpoint pen.
She takes out a pen.
Holy shit, Lise, where did you get that? What is that thing?
I pulled it out of my ass. Destroy gate and ballistas. Blow gate off hinges. Okay.
What? Okay, you don't need to do that. That'll probably alert them. You want to keep a low profile.
Okay. All right. Just fuck everything I just wrote then. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is we're not saying everything that's important first. We're saying stupid things and then saying the important things after I've already written down what I thought was the correct answer. So do not alert anyone and destroy the gate and the ballistas. So just fucking work a miracle is what you want from me. Great.
Merlin chimes in and says, "You have to remember, Oliver, Lise, subtlety is not her strong suit. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know the word sabotage."
I know what sabotage means, you asshole. I'm just saying, the way that you have just given me this information could have been, you should have said, I need you to stealthily open the gate and destroy the ballistas, okay? That would have been fine. But you said, destroy the gate so it cannot open again, destroy the ballistas. So I was like, okay, already formulating a plan for that. And then at the end of that, you said, oh, but don't alert anybody. Okay,
Oliver
start with that next time.
is rubbing their forehead and they say, "Oh my God, Lise, did you forget the entire first time we had this conversation?"
Yes. Did you forget the part where I said I was traumatized? I've got other things to think about.
And Merlin says, "I have found that I need to repeat things 3 times before Lise gets it."
Listen, sometimes you have to say things 3 times before they're true, and I didn't come up with that. Those are just the rules.
And Oliver says, "All right, okay, so how about this? You repeat the plan back to me, and I'll correct you when you're wrong."
You want me to go into Heaven's Cradle,
How?
the panic room,
Okay, we're good. Okay, keep going.
and then I have to get to the East Gate without being seen,
Okay, good.
and then I have to blow the gate open so it
No,
cannot
okay,
close
no,
again.
stop. Okay, back up. Lise.
How am I supposed to? Okay, you have said, tell me, how am I wrong? You said destroy the gate so it cannot open or cannot close again. How am I supposed to do that if I don't blow it up?
Merlin chimes in and he says, "Lise, here, let me put it in simpler terms. Instead of we would prefer to have..."
I don't have anything that goes, Marlin. What do you want from me? I don't have anything like that.
And he says, "There should be mechanisms that open and close the gates that should be destroyable."
Okay.
So you just need to open the gate and make sure it can't close again.
All right. I suppose I'll come up with something on the spot when I arrive. That tends to be how all of my plans go.
He says, "Of all the things you've pulled off, Lise, this is probably going to be one of the simpler ones."
Well, you say that. And then, I'm sorry, don't forget that you've also asked me to destroy the ballistas. So,
He says,
am I supposed to do that quietly as well?
Disable them, Lise. You don't necessarily need to completely burn everything to the ground in order for it to not work.
I don't know another method of destroying things.
Helga chimes in and she says, "What if I hit with hammer repeatedly?" And Merlin says, "Oh no, I fear we may have the wrong group for this."
It's too late to go back. We'll figure it out.
You see like Oliver already like breaking a sweat.
It's fine. I'm fantastic at what I do, so I'm sure it'll all go very smoothly and nothing bad will happen.
I feel like this is the moment when we need the Always Sunny thing where like the title pops up and it says everything did not go smoothly.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is gonna be great.
And Oliver says, well, we're all packed up, and you guys should probably be near Heaven's Cradle soon, so I suppose the plan's a go.
Cool.
Again,
I will remember what the plan is.
Once the East Gate's disabled and the ballistas are out of operation, get back to Artemis's workshop. We'll meet you there.
Okay, yeah, I could probably do that. Go back to workshop.
Oliver begins stamping out their fire, and they walk out of view of the mirror, then come back and they say, all right, we're headed out.
Okay, bye.
As you stand up from the chair, you can no longer hear the environment around Oliver.
Am I alone?
You're in the room with Helga, Cassandra, and Artemis.
Are you bitches ready to siege or what?
And Artemis says, unfortunately, I'll have to stand behind and be ready with the teleportation device to get to my workshop. So I guess I won't be sieging with you.
Well, you're an important part of the siege. You just won't be on the ground.
I just wish I would have had time to finish constructing my handheld cannons.
That's all right. Well, I think that we're not trying to destroy Heaven's Cradle, remember? Even though they're being stupid and vague about how I'm supposed to destroy stuff, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to set the city on fire or something like that.
He says, I don't know, Lise, you never know when a handheld cannon could come in handy.
I mean, I agree. It's like, when does a fireball not come in handy, right? Like, I totally get it. But
Fireballs have many uses.
They do, yes. Like burning people alive, which I think would be very useful in this instance. However, and also burning gates and ballistas. But apparently, I'm not supposed to do that. So, it'll be fun.
And he says, all right, well, I've got preparations to make.
Okay, bye.
And Helga says, Helga must prepare, must put flowers in safe room.
Yeah, go secure the peonies, Helga, in case the tempest
salutes,
comes under attack.
And she says, Helga have most important job, and walks out of the room.
Once they're all gone, I just look at Cassandra and I'm like, we're not going to die. It'll be fine.
She says, better fucking not. And she actually starts walking toward the upper deck.
Okay, bye. Do you want me to come with you? Where are you going? We're having a conversation and you just leave?
She says, Did you want me to stay in the captain's quarters?
I don't know. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. We're like, we're going somewhere to meet up with people, so I guess
I'm just going up top to wait.
I guess I'll stand here stoically until they arrive.
She says it'll be a couple hours.
Oh my god, hours? I thought we were almost there.
Lise, even though she has spent this entire campaign on long trips, she's really bad about handling long trips.
Yeah, listen, she went from being secluded and isolated her whole life to immediately spending long voyages on ships and also in the sky. She hasn't really had time to adjust. It's just kind of been like, here you go. Fuck you, I guess.
Cassandra says, I mean, it's your ship. You're fully welcome to wait with me on the upper deck.
Maybe I will.
Okay. She heads up there. She actually, so she leans up against the banister at the front of the ship, and she She says, I'm holding you to that, the fact that nothing bad'll happen to you.
Listen, you and I both know that when it comes to the bad things that happen to me, it's not really avoidable. So all we can really do is prepare in advance.
She says, no, promise me nothing bad's gonna happen to you.
Okay, but only if you promise not to fucking die anymore, because that happens way more often than anything bad happening to me, Cassandra. You go unconscious in battle far more than I do.
She says, but I always get up, and that's the important part.
I always get up too. Honestly, I don't really have a choice in the matter. My phoenix blood forces me to come back to life, at least initially. So, listen. They say cats got 9 lives, and phoenixes are supposed to be immortal, but I'm like half phoenix. So really, I've got 2 lives.
She's looking out over the trees, and she says, you promised me that we're getting married and we're opening a bakery together.
I'm fully planning on that. Listen, that hasn't changed.
I'm not allowing you to go back on that.
Listen to me. I'm not planning on dying today. Or really any other day either. I'm gonna live forever, but that's besides the point. It'll be fine. And if it's not fine, like it normally isn't, we will make it fine like we normally do. It'll be okay. I don't want you to worry about this, because when things start to go badly, I need you focused on the mission, because that's what's important. Don't forget what we're here to do.
As you're saying that, you notice that she's like staring at the sky. And she is looking up there as your ship is whizzing through the sky. And she says, the clouds look weird today.
I do it. It's like check on the clouds.
You look up at the sky, and it almost seems like you can kind of see Heaven's Cradle off against the horizon. You're approaching it slowly, but it almost feels like all the clouds in the sky are slowly beginning to like form a circle around Heaven's Cradle.
I cast detect magic on the clouds.
You don't detect any magic in the sky.
Bro, what?
And Sandra says, well, assuming that the merchants that Oliver's in contact with really did slow the Emperor down, he should only be getting into Heaven's Cradle this morning. So, this can't be him.
Well, who was it? Who was left in Heaven's Cradle after we killed Reginald? Just his wife, right?
I don't even know that his wife was there. Wasn't Reginald originally from Silver Falls?
That's true. But then he became the, guy, I don't know what they called him, the guy who's, running Heaven's Cradle, right? It would be weird if he left his wife behind when he moved to Heaven's Cradle. He's like, sorry, bitch, I got a castle now. Fuck you and fuck Silver Falls.
And you're kind of leaning up against the banister with Cassandra on your right, and you're looking at her, and you suddenly feel another presence to you on your left.
Which way? Wait, left? This way?
You actually, as you turn to your left, you see Bedlam, but he's not being wacky and weird. He's just kind of staring out over the banister as well.
Are you gonna be creepy and weird now, or what? Whenever you're not initially being wacky, it's because you're gonna be creepy, and I don't really have the time or the energy to deal with that right now. I'm about to siege.
He is grinning very big.
Bro, wipe that smile off your face.
He says, "Why wouldn't I be grinning, Lise?"
Because you only grin when something horrible is going to happen.
Well, first of all, Lise, this is your first siege, right? So I'm excited for you to pop your siege cherry.
Oh, ew, don't ever say that again.
And he says, "But more importantly, Lise, more importantly, don't you feel it?"
I see the clouds being weird, but every time you ask me if I can feel it, I don't really want to answer that.
He says, "Something is going to happen today, and when I say something, I mean the something to end all somethings."
Oh, great. You think the world's gonna end today?
It sure does feel like the last day in history, doesn't it?
Oh my gods. Shut up. Don't say that. Take it back. Take it back right now. You jinxing me?
He says, "Very well."
Thank you.
And he says, "Lise,
What?
I think after today, I think nothing else is going to matter."
Don't say that. I still have to get married, and I'm not getting married today, and that's gonna be the best day of my life. So that still has to happen, and that will still matter. So,
Says,
false.
he says, "Well, you're welcome to prove me wrong, Lise. In fact, that's why I love being your friend. I never know what to expect with you."
Well, you can expect I'm gonna go kick some ass and break down a gate and some ballistas, and then I'm gonna get married.
And that grin slowly melts away on his face. And he says, "Lise, remember that strange feeling I got all those months ago, or I guess in this case years ago, that I was going to lose you as a friend?"
Well, and then I got trapped in time for 5 years? Yeah, I remember.
I'm getting that strange feeling again.
Bro! I don't want to be trapped in time for another 5 years, Bedlam. Take it back. Stop feeling that way. I pretend to punch my hands through his body. Like, stop feeling that way.
And Cassandra says, "What are you doing?"
Not now, Cassandra. I'm changing fate.
As you're doing that, Bedlam goes, and one of your fists go through his chest, and like you punch his heart out of his chest. Lise! Oh my goodness! You pack a real mean right hook.
That's not true, and you and I both know it.
It's okay. I have a spare auxiliary heart. And he pulls a heart out of his pocket and jams it into his chest.
Oh, that's good. Always good to have a spare.
And as he's standing there on the edge of your ship with his heart dangling down in that hole in his chest beating, he says, "It's a different feeling this time. But
Oh, good.
the hunch is still the same."
So something else awful is going to happen to me. I sometimes wish that you wouldn't tell me these things, Bedlam.
He says, "Isn't that bizarre, though? Why do I have these feelings? Why do I feel like I've heard this story before it's happened?"
I don't know. I don't don't even know what you are, Bedlam, and I don't know that you know either. So I don't know that either of us, frankly, are equipped to answer that question.
He says, will I ever know what I am, Lise?
I think that if Sepulchre gets what she wants, we're all going to find out whether we like it or not.
And then he says, well, then maybe Sepulchre isn't so bad after all.
Shut up.
He says, I'm merely joking, Lise. I've never felt this feeling before. This feeling of the end.
Well, get over it. The world's not going to end today. I've got shit to do.
And he says, very well. Well, Lise, might I say, no matter what happens here today, I have enjoyed being your best friend in the whole wide world.
Okay. Thanks.
And he says, now don't do anything dangerous. I don't want to lose you forever.
Well, I'm about to go siege, actually, so maybe
If I have to lose you for 5 years again, that's going to be really sad.
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't want that. Please don't let that happen, Lise.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely up to me whether or not that happens.
Of
for
course
sure.
it is! You make your own destiny, Lise. If there's one thing I've learned about you, it's that.
That's true. Listen, it's not on the list today, is all I'm saying.
And he says, and happy sieging, Lise. Oh, I'm so excited for you. It's okay. I don't want to spoil anything about how sieges work, but it's going to be very exciting. There's going to be a lot of loud noises, a lot of screaming and agony, a lot of stabbing, a lot of slicing, lots of dicing.
Yeah, I know what a siege is, Bedlam.
He says, but you've never been in one, Lise. Oh, you don't know the joys. There's going to be fireballs cascading through the air. There's going to be explosions. It's going to be wonderful, Lise.
Well, have you been in a siege?
Oh, I've witnessed many sieges, Lise.
I guess that's fair. All right, well, go fuck off now. You're ruining the vibe.
And he says, very well, Lise. Vile smile. No more raiding Lisa's pantry. And
My pantry.
And Violent Smile come out of the underside of your ship, and you see them holding a mountain of food between the two of them, carrying it out. Says, I'm sorry, Lise. It appears you're going to have to go shopping after this.
Oh, you're just gonna take all my food, huh? Okay.
Well, we need
Great.
something to snack on whilst we watch you wreak horrific mayhem.
All right. Is the food actually gone?
He says, of course it is. We took it all.
Okay, great.
And as they get to the edge of the ship, he says, go on, boys, get it down there, and kicks Violent Smile off the ship, and all the food flies off the edge with them. And he says, all right, Lise, I wait with bated breath to see what horrible things you do. And he pulls out a black and white umbrella, Mary Poppins style, and jumps over the edge, but the umbrella instantly inverts and he plummets down to his doom.
Nothing like a bad omen right before a siege.
Sandra says, what did he say?
Oh, you know, that today is the last day that will ever matter or something. Like the world's going to end. So. But don't worry, I told him that we still have to get married, so that can't happen yet.
She says, yeah, what the fuck? Are we gonna lose?
Who knows with him, right? Sometimes he just says things.
She says, all right, well, Heaven's Cradle's fast approaching, so let's steel ourselves.
At least gets into like a position.
As you guys stare off at Heaven's Cradle, you still see those clouds slowly swirling more and more around Heaven's Cradle the closer you get. And then you suddenly hear below deck, you hear Artemis. This is after like some time. Were you going to say something?
I was just going to say Lee starts yelling at the clouds to stop circling.
They circle more.
Yeah, no, you bastard!
Oh my god, Lisa's literally the old man yells at cloud meme.
Quick, somebody make the old man yells at cloud meme, but it's Lisa.
I want to say, by the way, to chat, I don't know that there's going to be a lot of polls this stream. We'll see if we find moments to do polls, but a lot of what's happening this stream has kind of already been decided on by prior streams and prior polls.
Fair.
And it just doesn't really make sense to add additional polls.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So you guys are there for close to an hour before you hear Artemis below deck shout, "We're in range!"
Okay.
And Cassandra says, "Sounds like we're up."
Oh. All right.
And as she says that, you hear distant rolling thunder.
Sorry.
You laughed at the distant rolling thunder. That's so silly. How fate is so spooky.
No, I remembered what you said when you played this sound during sound check.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you hear distant rolling thunder, and Cassandra says, "Oh, that's a great omen."
Don't worry, I love thunder. She steps a little bit closer to Cassandra. She's like,
Cassandra
okay,
says,
now let's hold hands on the way down.
Wait, is Lise scared of thunder?
I don't know, but I think that being in the sky while it's thundering is like really unsettling.
I think so. A lot of Cassandra's like lower level spells are like thunder themed. So interesting if she'd be a little bit nervous about thunder with a thunder girlfriend.
I think it's just like I don't know, like being in the sky when lightning is possible is like, uh-oh.
She says, "Yeah, I can tell you love thunder."
Yeah, no, it's great. Let's go away from here now.
You head below deck, and Artemis is you can hear him working in his little workshop behind all those shelves toward the back of your ship.
Artemis!
You you call his name, and you hear, yeah, right this way, come on. You hear a litany of things fall off the shelves.
I follow the noises of machinery.
Give me a wisdom check.
Great. Oop, it's not good. 6.
You immediately bump your head, trying to get into his workshop. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Natural 20.
You do manage to catch yourself as you fall forward and like trip over like a small box that's peeking out of the shelves. And you do that thing where like you catch yourself and you run forward a little bit with your hands out, and then like you're just like left there, like kind of crouched a little bit, standing in his workshop, and a bunch of stuff tumbles off the shelves around you.
God damn it, Artemis.
And he says, "How do you always manage to trip the same way?"
Shut the hell up.
I've had this workshop in here for weeks now.
But I never come in here, and this is why.
And he says, "All right, well, we're within range of the workshop now, so you should be able to teleport in, no problem. And I'm like 99.9% sure that no one would have discovered it by now."
Oh, I go, oh, hold on. Bang, 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 bang. Helga! Friendship is calling!
As you say that, what does friendship need?
Friendship needs you to come your ass this way and siege with us. Let's go.
One of those shelves off to the side from the entrance that you just enter the workshop from starts sliding out as Helga just moves it out of the way. And Artemis says, it took me a long time to get that all set up.
She'll put it back when we're done. Don't worry about it. Hey, if the siege goes well, you'll have your old workshop back, right? You won't need to be on the ship anymore.
She kind of like hunches down and walks in. She's like comically large in this tiny workshop space. And she says, "Do not worry, little man." And she reaches behind her and grabs a shelf and like slides it back into place.
See, look, she fixed it. You're welcome.
As the bookshelf is scraping against the floor, you hear,
"Ooh, sorry, Tempest." Helga, apologize to Tempest.
She says, "Oh, sorry, sailing ship." And she pats the floor.
Okay, good. All right. All right, let's go siege, ladies. And Foxbird?
And Artemis has placed like this large metal plate in the center of his workshop, and he says, "All right, step on."
Helga, you go first.
Helga says, "Okay." And she steps onto it, and like is like kind of hunched down and like crossing her arms over her legs. Suddenly she disappears from view, and a bunch of shit falls off the shelves in the workshop. And Artemis says, "Don't worry, it's all part of the system."
Right, okay. I just give Cassandra a look. But then I step on the plate.
She says, "It seems safe, I think."
Well, I get on the plate and I'm like, if I die because of this, just know that I love you.
She says, "I really wish you wouldn't say these things." However, as she's saying that, she says, "I really wish you wouldn't say these," and you actually don't see the burst this time. You actually just show up in the workshop instead, with Helga right next to you.
Whew. Right. Well, that was something.
And Helga is actually looking around this workshop. She says, "Oh, it is dusty in here."
Yeah, well, it's hidden, right? So that nobody could find it and destroy it. So it's been untouched for over 5 years.
She says, "Why does a little man have such small room?"
Well, because he is small. Doesn't that make sense?
Says, "A little man should get a bigger room."
I agree.
And she proceeds to trip over something on the floor in the dark in this room that's completely not illuminated. Ouch.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Cool. I light a fire in my hands and try it. Actually, no, I have my lantern with me. I lift the lantern up to give us some light.
And as you do that, Cassandra appears in the room as well.
Oh, good. You didn't die.
She says, "Oh, good. Were you expecting it?"
Listen, I love Artemis, but God only knows the shit that he creates and what they do.
And you are all now in this dimly lit room, lit only by your lantern. You actually see like his workbench still has like a bunch of tools like kind of splayed out on it. There's some strange device that looks incomplete there that he was working on. And the shelves are all very dusty. You can actually see like dust particles kind of floating on the air in here. And of course you see the vault door that you came through before.
I changed my armor to look like, I don't know, commoner's clothes.
All right.
And I guess I'll put my Crimella wig on, but I'll like, I don't know, I'll braid it or something so it looks a little bit different.
Cassandra says, "Do you want us to do something?"
Ah, damn, I wish you guys had disguises.
Helga says, "Helga will wear more clothes," and she starts rifling through the things on the shelves, and grabs like a large blanket and kind of ties it around herself like a cloak, and she says, "Helga is completely undetectable, but however, this blanket has little sheepies all over it."
You know what? You know what, Helga? That's perfect for you.
Completely inconspicuous.
I think that, yes, I think that that's perfect for you. Cassandra, make yourself less hot.
She says, "Done."
No, you gotta like put a bag over your head or something. You're too attractive.
She says, "I'm gonna punch you."
Okay. I deserve that, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I guess, I don't really know. Here, I take her sash, and I like tie her hair back with it, so she's wearing like a bandana.
Okay.
Like, there you go.
She looks like a farm woman now.
Yeah, see, now you just look like a farmer, right? Hide your weapons, tuck your flintlocks into your, yep, just like that. All right, good.
And Helga says, "Oh, Elizabeth wear her hair just like that. That is good disguise. You are pretending to be Elizabeth."
Yeah, your name's Elizabeth for this mission, Cassandra.
And she says, "All right, well, might as well get it over with."
Yeah, let's get out of here. It's very it's very dusty in here. I'm pretty sure I've inhaled more dust in this last couple of minutes than I ever have in my life.
You guys exit the panic room, and you see Artemis's workshop has been picked bare. All the magic artifacts have been removed. Nothing is left standing in here. It's just completely empty.
Well, the good news is that it's abandoned, so probably no one's going to come in here, which is great for us.
You do see the windows are boarded up with a sheet over one of the windows.
Oh, good. Yeah, this house is very dilapidated. Hopefully, everybody thinks it's just abandoned and no one will come in here. Okay, great. So we should also be inconspicuous leaving, because Nobody saw us come in here. So if people see us leaving, they'll be like, that was an empty house. Anyway, yeah, let's just try and blend in, shall we? Helga, we're going to play the silent game again. All right? You remember how that goes?
Says, silent game is do not talk unless talked to.
Yes, but
And then be completely honest.
no, we're not
Because
doing.
honesty is what friends do.
Okay, but remember where we are? This is the place where the bad people are who don't like
But this
friendship.
is our place. This is heaven's cradle.
Yeah, but remember how it was taken over by the bad people, and so we're sieging it to take it back from them?
Yes, it's going to be ours again.
Yes. So we have to sneak through the bad people so we don't want them to know who we are, so we're not going to tell the truth. And we have to open the gate so that our friends can come in and we can take the city back. Right?
So we do not tell truth inside of heaven's cradle.
You know what? I'll let you know when you can tell the truth. How about that? You let me worry
What
about
lie
that.
should Helga tell?
Don't tell any lies. Just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. That's so easy.
But last time Helga not say anything, you get upset with Helga.
Don't say anything until I tell you to. Right? How about that?
But you also got upset when I did that too. Cassandra says, I don't know if there's going to be any way to reason your way out of this lease.
Okay, Helga, you know what? You know what? Just we'll play it by ear, okay? Let's go.
Ear? Why are we playing ears?
Shh.
Ears are not games. You guys step out into the streets and they're pretty empty. It's really late, or I guess incredibly early. It's like 3 a.m. or so.
Oh my god. Oh, Lisa's exhausted.
Oh, you've already rested up before
okay.
this. Unless you're just exhausted on principle.
She doesn't like waking up before the sun.
Okay. Automatically exhausted if the sun's not up, even if you've slept 8 hours.
Yeah, she wakes up and is like, where's the sun?
And Cassandra says, all right, it's just a few city blocks from here to get to the east entrance.
All right, everybody act inconspicuous. Let's go.
So I assume you guys are kind of just making your way through, just trying to look like normal citizens, right?
Yeah, I'd like to avoid, guards if we can, but not if it's gonna make us look more suspicious.
Okay. Can you tell me the formation you guys are moving in?
I think we're all just kind of casually strolling, side by side. I think Helga's in the middle, and me and Cassandra are on either side of her, just kind of, looking like we're making small talk and, just looking like we're walking around.
But not actually making small talk because Helga's not talking.
Oh, I'm talking to Cassandra, and Helga is nodding.
You start passing by little market stalls that are kind of closed for business for now. And you end up seeing this massive city wall coming up. All these market stalls kind of leading up to it. And you see lights over there with a bunch of Valiver standing around.
Lise, under her breath, is like, fuck, not the Valiver.
There's two that are kind of talking near the gatehouse. The gatehouse, by the way, having a set of doors that are currently open, and you can kind of see into the gatehouse. There's another Valiver with a second set of gates that are closed currently. And up on the walls, you actually see those ballistas. You see 3 of them. And you see additional Valiver that are kind of standing watch, and you see a singular human commander standing up on the walls.
Interesting. Okay. All right, Cassandra. You are much smarter than me. I need you to help me decide what to do here, because you remember what Oliver said, right? We can't alert them to what we're doing, but I'm not really sure how we're supposed to. There's so many guards here. What should we do? Because the Valiver, do I remember if they could tell if something was, if magic was being cast?
Wait, what?
Do I remember if I cast a spell nearby a Valiver, if it was the Valiver could tell that I had cast a spell?
I mean, they seem to have the same amount of awareness as a person.
Okay, but they're not.
Talking about.
I'm saying they're not if I cast a spell, they're not gonna be alert, fucking magic detected.
Oh, whenever that was happening, it was when you were in a secure location, a Tyrian cathedral or something.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just thought that I would ask.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And everyone here, are the guards wearing, there's a human guard up on the wall, you said?
Yes.
Is he wearing regular guard armor, or is he wearing, Templar, Voidite?
He looks like a member of the Oryn Navy. He looks like a captain or something, an important soldier.
And the Valiver are wearing Voidite, right? Or they are just naturally resistant to magic?
Yes. They're all made of that purplish metal.
Right. Honestly, after learning what the Valiver were, I think that seeing them again after finding out how they were made and stuff, I feel Lise feels a little sick, actually, looking at them. And she's I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker. Okay, God, so I'm trying to think of what's the plan, basically. What do you think we should do? Because so we got to make sure these doors stay open and the doors beyond without alerting the guards. So a distraction, right?
Cassandra says that would make sense.
Okay. So we'll cause a distraction, and then who is the sneakiest of us? Not me. It's you,
Helga
Cassandra.
says, Helga is very good at not being seen.
I mean, Helga has more stealth than Lise does.
She holds up that sheep blanket over her face, and she says, Helga is like rogue. Sneaky.
I think we'll need you for distraction, though, Helga. Cassandra is by far the sneakiest of us.
Cassandra says, what are those two talking about over there? And she indicates the two Valiver in front of the gatehouse, and she starts making her way closer.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we try and look inconspicuous and step closer.
She actually ducks behind this wagon over here. I'm going to do a stealth check for her.
I'm going to pull Helga off to the side and stand over by this wagon or by this stall.
Cassandra, oh my god, gets a 23.
Yeah, Cassandra's got a plus 13 to stealth.
She kind of hunches down and quickly like crouch sprints over there. We are actually going to run a poll.
Oh, okay.
Chat, we've got a poll for you here. Something the Valiver are having a discussion. Does the discussion concern the Valiver themselves or the captain? One in chat for the Valiver, 2 in chat for the captain. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, while that's going on, do I see any like among these stalls? Do I see any like pieces of like metal or like? I guess I have like a dagger, or yeah. I've got 2 daggers, but I should waste them. Do I see any like kind of sharp pieces of wood or like anything like that?
Among the stalls?
I don't know.
I mean, there's like food and like other like cloth and clothing and like other trade items. I mean, like what specifically are you looking for?
I'm looking for something to like jam in the hinges of a door to like break it. So that it can't close again.
There's certainly plenty of vegetables. You jam a carrot in there.
Super helpful.
I guess you could find some like cutlery and stuff in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I just start gathering up some forks and knives.
It looks like this is going to be about the captain. And Cassandra hears the Valiver discussing, and they're saying,
I do not understand why we need to watch the gatehouse. The captain is the one with the key. It is impossible to open the gatehouse door without the override key.
And the other said,
To make sure that no one tampers with the gates, it is important to make sure all mechanisms are within working order. They must be maintained and watched by a guard at all times.
I message Cassandra and I say, that guy's not wearing Voidite. And if he has the key and is in charge, perhaps I might be able to persuade him to give us the key and maybe tell some of these Valiver to fuck off.
You know what? We'll do one more poll. Just had another silly little idea for what chat could influence.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Boys, one more poll, really quick here. A distraction appears. The tavern keep or a merchant? Will a tavern keep appear or will a merchant appear? And while this poll is happening, Cassandra slowly scurries back and leans up against the stall next to you. Cabbage Man from Avatar.
My cabbages! Listen, I don't see a wagon full of cabbages.
And yeah, sure enough, a man is actually behind the stall across the way, kind of across the street from you. And you see him moving some boxes, and says, "All right, that's the cabbages there are that's full, and then the cabbages for next week are there, and oh god, I gotta move these down the mountain." And he says, "Oh, excuse me," and he starts gesturing to you three.
I look around and I go,
Says, "You mind helping an old man out?"
I look at Cassandra, shrug.
He says, I need help lifting these boxes if you don't mind."
Oh, I nudge Helga and I'm like, "You're good at lifting boxes. Let's go."
Cassandra triumphantly walks forward. Do you follow or do you just stay behind?
No, yeah. We'll go.
And Helga says, "Just show Helga the boxes that need lifting." And he says, "I just need to get these boxes outside of the gate. And oh god, have they closed the gate down for the night?"
Maybe, but we can probably get it open again. I don't see why not. You gotta get these boxes out. It's important. These cabbages gotta get out the gate.
Says, "Oh, they're gonna spoil if I don't get them into town tomorrow."
Oh, don't worry. Here, we'll get the gate open, right? Let's go.
Says, "Oh, I mean, I have a merchant's license. I'm supposed to have free reign to leave the city."
Okay, come with us. Come. Excuse me, Mr. Man, Mr. Godman. This lovely little merchant man needs to get his cabbages out the gate or they're going to spoil. As if you'd be so kind as to open the gate for him, we will be very quick.
Apologies, citizens. The gates are closed for the rest of the night. They will open at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I want to speak to a human. Go fetch your human man.
Apologies. Under what jurisdiction do you need to speak to my captain?
You're not giving me the answer that I want. I want to speak to your manager. I'm unhappy.
I am not authorized to give you clearance.
So go find somebody who does.
Could you cite a reason to speak with my captain?
And as he says that, that merchant walks forward and he says, "I've got a license to move through the city gates. I should be able to transport my goods."
Yeah, he should be able to transport his goods.
It walks forward and like its eyes like stare at that sheet, like scanning it rapidly, and they say,
"All appears to be in order. I am not sure what the proper protocol is here. I will consult with my captain."
Yeah, that's what you should have done in the first place.
That Valiver walks up to the wall and returns with that captain, and the captain says, "Sorry, gates are closed for the rest of the night."
Well, guess what, mister? We've got a license, and these cabbages are gonna spoil, so you gotta open that gate.
He says, "Cabbages are gonna have to spoil then. The gates are meant to be closed for the rest of the night."
And are you going to reimburse this man for the loss of his goods?
Nope.
How
There's a serious threat on the horizon. All gates have been ordered closed.
Yeah, and the serious threat is the spoilage of this good man's cabbages.
Says, "Sorry, not my concern."
Okay, now do I try hypnotic pattern or do I try
You could try a persuasion check first.
Okay, you're right. Let me try. Let me do a persuasion check if I am allowed to. And if that doesn't work, I will resort to magic. Can Cassandra give me? Can this merchant man give me the help action since we're
Sure.
both cool trying
Says,
to?
but my license! I'm supposed to be authorized free passage through this gate.
That's a 20. 28.
The guard captain says, all right, listen, I can open the gates as early as 6 a.m. if that would help.
I look at Cassandra.
She says it's 3 a.m. now.
And when are your cabbages going to spoil?
Says, oh, I'm not gonna have time to get into town. I gotta leave right now.
He's gotta leave right now.
Says, that's the best I can do. Listen, I'm already on the hook if I get caught opening the gate that early, all right?
Listen, if you just open the gate a little, it's just a couple of boxes. Listen, just open the gate, we'll slip through with the cabbages, and you can close it right behind us. You can follow us out.
And as he says all that, and as you're talking to him, the Valiver is actually cutting you off while you're saying that. And it says,
But, sir, the rules and protocols are very clear that the gate is to remain closed until...
and he says, oh, shut up, you bucket of bolts. And he slaps it on the back of the head. And he says, I'm sorry, miss. 6 is the earliest I can do.
Do I think 6 is okay, or like I have to get these gates open like now?
The plan is to infiltrate the city at the break of dawn. So that would be like at 6. Or maybe even slightly before 6. So the forces will be there.
So I should get them open now, or it... I don't understand.
That's your judgment call. The break of dawn is when you were told people would show up to storm the gates.
And when is dawn typically? 6?
Around 6, yeah.
Is there anything I can say or do to convince you to do 5:30? This poor man just needs to get his cabbages through the gate.
He says, well, listen, it sounds like it was bad planning on your part, sir, if 3 hours is gonna make that much of a difference. The guy says, but my cabbages!
Listen, take pity on the poor man. It's been a rough day for him. And besides, and I look at the Valiver and I'm like, you're going, I thought you were the captain, not them.
He says, yeah, I am the captain. And they're my subordinates. They don't control me.
Right. Well, I would never make such an assumption. It only seems like, the way they speak to you.
And as he says that, the Valiver says,
Sir, I must reiterate again. The rules and regulations are clear. The gates are not meant to be open before 8.
Wow. I mean, are you sure you're the captain? I mean...
he says, quiet, you fucking piece of shit! And he slaps it on the back of the head again, and he says, what are you getting at?
I'm just saying. I mean, look at how many gods they've replaced up until now. You are, the only human, even in sight. I'm just saying, it seems like it possibly won't be long until they're the captains.
Give me a deception check.
Deception?
Mm-hmm.
Am I lying?
You're trying to mislead him.
I would feel like this is persuasion, but they're it's the same number, so it doesn't matter to me. 19.
He says, if I wanted to open the gate, I could open the gate. It's just I don't want to go against my orders from my superior.
Right. So if you wanted to open the gate and help this poor man get his cabbages out at 5:30, you definitely could. And it's definitely not because of the Valiver that you won't.
He says, of course not. Now get back to your post, you piece of scrap metal. And he shoves the Valiver forward over to the other Valiver to stand back at the gate.
Right. Okay, perfect. Well, glad this is all settled. So 5:30, you'll open the gate and we'll get the cabbages out. You've been so helpful.
5:30, I could open the gate right now if I wanted to.
Oh, well, that would solve all of our problems, wouldn't it? You would surely be this man's hero if you did such a display of your own power, right?
He says, all right, get the goddamn crates. We're getting them out and we're closing the gate back up. And he walks up to the gate and turns the key and pulls this large lever. And the gates open.
Fuck yeah. I messaged Cassandra and I'm like, okay, wait. Now what? How do we keep the gates from closing?
She says, I don't know. I thought you had a plan.
My plan was to get him to open the gate, and now it's open, and I think we have to dispose of him somehow.
You look over and Helga is carrying a tower of boxes.
Helga. I message her and I tell her to do them one at a time and walk as slowly as possible, and I'll buy her whatever she wants from the market.
She says, why would Helga do this thing? Why would Helga not carry more?
The plan, Helga, the plan.
But that just seems slower.
Yes, but I'll buy you whatever you want from the market.
Will you buy Helga a little frog blanket?
Yes, I will.
What about other animal blankets?
I'll buy you as many animal blankets as you want.
And she immediately drops all the crates, and the cabbages spill out of a few. And Cabbage Man screams, "Oh, my cabbages! What are you doing?"
Oh, so sorry. She could be a bit clumsy. Let me help you with that. And we all start like working just as slow. What time? It's like 3. I'm seriously gonna drag this out until it's time.
Okay. You do have to get back to Artemis's workshop before the siege. Just to keep that in mind as well.
Okay. So we will take a long time to take these out, and then once I'm outside of the gate, do I see the mechanism so what's the mechanism that opens the gate? It's like a lever.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Are you carrying a box out?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But like
as you're
very like incredibly slowly.
As you are carrying the box out, that captain actually says, "Would you get a move on? Come on, we got it. Let's get this show on the road. I got places to be."
She says, "I sprained my ankle. It's not my fault. This is as fast as I can walk. You could help if you want us to go faster."
He starts pinching the bridge of his nose, and he says, "All right, hey, bucket of bolts, help him out." And some of the Valiver start helping you carry boxes. Unfortunately, they start carrying them very quickly. They're stacking like 2 or 3 at a time and carrying them.
Fuck. Okay, but now there's less of them. If I can get this guy on my side, then let's see. Well, he would only be charmed for a minute with that. But if I did dominate person, that's still only up to a minute. Oh, okay. But if I cast it at higher levels, the duration can go up to 10 minutes.
Yes, the siege that is in 10 minutes.
Well, because I need to break the levers somehow so that they cannot open and close the gates.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the levers break, then they won't be able to open or close them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, as you get in here and as you get a closer look at that lever, you can actually see there's some gears that are actually exposed that the lever connects to. And you can see that as he pulled the switch, those gears turned and those gates opened.
Okay. I'm like, I think I get right. He's standing right next to the lever, right?
Yeah. He's actually got his hand on it.
I pretend to trip, and I go, "Oh, my ankle!" And I'm like, could you hold this for just a minute? Could you perhaps take this out to the gate? I just need to rest my ankle for just a moment.
Give me a performance check.
He. 22.
You convincingly trip forward and drop some cabbages out of the crate. And he says, "Oh, come on, this is a shit show." And he kneels down to start picking up some of the cabbages.
Okay. So I'm like right in front of him because so while he does that, his back is turned to me. I would like to take one of the knives, and if I can like try and stealthily like jam the gears or like just try and like break it without him knowing.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh, okay. Please roll well. Can Cassandra have
your dice?
Can Cassandra have given me bardic?
If you want no one else in the room to see this, then she will have had to have given you bardic before this.
Okay, never mind.
Unless you want her to start singing right now.
No, she just starts going, "Oh, my cabbages," like singing along my cabbages.
Cabbages, cabbages.
Ooh, okay. That's not bad. Myself is only 1, but that's 15.
15? I think with a 15, you get it in there. He doesn't see it. But he does hear like a weird noise. He hears the chink as you do so. He says, "The hell was that?"
I go, "My ankle is making such a weird noise. Do you hear it? I think it might be broken."
Give
Did
me
you
a
hear that as
deception
well?
check.
Ooh, that's 28.
He says, "The hell, do you got a prosthetic?"
Man, maybe I'll need
Why does
one
it sound
after
metal?
this. Yeah, I guess. Oh, you know what? I do have a metal plate in my ankle. That's right. Yeah.
A metal plate? In your ankle?
Yeah, it's to keep it from. Listen, I'm not a doctor, and I didn't question when.
He says, "Wait, from the war?"
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you served in the 5th Conquest.
Yes, I'm an elf, as you can see. So of course I appear younger than I am.
He says, "You were an elf serving in the Oryn Navy?"
I'm a special case.
Oh.
Really, really dedicated to the cause.
Oh, okay. Dedicated to the human cause.
Of course, yes. Well, I'm a half elf, right? So I am I'm half human, right?
Ah, okay. And he continues putting cabbages in the crate, and then he hands it back to you. Says, "Now try not to trip this time."
Okay, could you possibly help me?
says, "I gotta watch the gate, ma'am. If I'm opening the gate, I at least gotta keep an eye on it."
I guess that's fair. All right. So is what I would love to happen, and I have no idea of this. So I've jammed the thing, so he won't be able to close it again, right? But is he gonna be able to find that I jammed it?
There is a piece of the fork sticking out. I mean, you just kind of jammed the fork into a cog.
It only lasts a minute. Fuck. Why does everything only last a minute? Oh, well, Cassandra can do major image. It only lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay. Well, I try to keep his attention on me the entire time. I'm like very wobbly, and I keep pretending to almost trip.
Okay. So you're trying to distract him?
Yeah, just so he doesn't
Give me a performance check.
I'm just trying to keep his eyes on me so he does not see the fork. Damn, I'm rolling well today. Performance 22.
You continue tripping, and you're actually too convincing. He does fully have his attention on you, and then he says, "All right, ma'am, can you put the crates down? I'll have my bots take care of the rest of this."
No. I promised that man that I would help, and I'm
He says,
going
"No,
to.
ma'am, you set the crate down. It's gonna be faster. Look, they're carrying 3 at a time." And you get passed by a Valiver, easily balancing 3 in each hand, holding them like a server. The last few crates are about to be moved out by this last Valiver that's coming in.
And
it says,
"Oh, ma'am, please set the crate down. I am happy to assist."
I message Cassandra, and I say quick, cause a loud
"Give
commotion.
me a stealth check."
Cause a loud commotion. I'll use subtle spell, so I'm not doing any vocal or somatic components.
Okay.
Okay, so let me take one of my things away. Okay. Yeah, and so do you still need a stealth check?
Not if it's a subtle spell, no.
Okay. I tell Cassandra, I'm like, quick, make a distraction so I can channel the second gate.
She says, "A distraction? What kind of distraction?"
Just start breaking shit or something. I don't know. Just do it quickly.
And then suddenly you hear outside, "Ah!" And
Elise goes, "Oh my gosh, what was that?"
And the guy walks kind of to the middle of the gatehouse here to look out, and he says, "What the hell's going on out there?" Sandra says, "I saw a roach! It was really big! It was like the size of my head!"
While he's distracted, I would like to try and jam another object into this one.
And she says, "Oh God, it's flying toward him now!" And she grabs one of the cabbages off the floor and beans the cabbage man on the side of the head. And she goes, "Oh, there it goes!" Poof. Ah! And the cabbage man screams and steps forward and says, "There's gigantic roaches out here!"
Oh gosh, I hope your cabbages are not infected. You'd better inspect all of them to make sure that they're not bug
My
infested.
cabbages!
Yeah, you better take the time to inspect all of these cabbages.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yes. Natural 20.
You jam that other fork into the gears, and you don't make a noise this time.
Can I, because I got a natural 20, can I do it in a way that maybe they won't find it jammed in there?
I'll let you snap off the handle, but that will make a noise.
Okay, I'll do it, and then I'll purposely move my ankle in a weird way and go, gosh, my ankle.
Give me another performance check.
Performance is, I got a 12.
You snap that fork and it goes ping, and you can't easily see a handle sticking out on this one. That guard says, "Why? Stop moving your ankle. You are clearly intentionally moving your. Are you trying to show off your war wounds?"
She's like, "You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to show off a little bit."
He says, "Okay, get out of the guardhouse. You're causing a nuisance."
But I gotta. I don't want them to find that other fork. I gotta do something about that. Can I? Can I subtle spell minor illusion a roach? Like a really big one?
Sure. That can take up to, like, what is it, a 5 or a 10-foot cube?
Yeah, a 5-foot cube.
Okay, you can make a 5-foot roach.
Yep. And I don't want them to touch it, so I'm gonna have it like moving. But I want it to like distract him enough so I can get back to snap off the other.
Are you able to move a minor illusion? Just double checking, because I know certain types of illusions you cannot move them.
That's fair. Let me see. It says can't create sound, light, smell, or other sensory effect, and physical interaction with it reveals it to be an illusion. But I don't believe it says anything about. It doesn't
explicitly say it can't move, then we'll let it move.
Yeah, it just says like it can be, you can create a sound or an image of something, but it doesn't say that it can't.
Since it's a minor illusion, though, it won't be like animating, so it'll just be like a PNG of a roach scurrying across the ground.
Listen, they don't know what that is. They'll see the roach too. I just want him to be like, that's a big fucking roach. And like, it's distracting, so I can go back over to this and snap the other end off so they don't find it.
Give me.
I see the roach and go, ah!
Give me a deception check.
This is fun. 19.
You create this flat image of just the top of a roach just sliding across the ground, exiting the gatehouse, and the guard captain says, "Oh, what the hell is that? Why is it flat? Why is it skating across the ground?" And he chases after it.
It's a scary mountain roach. Get it?
The hell is that thing?
I'd like to, snap off the end of the fork so that they can't find it.
You snap off the end as the two Valiver are re-entering the room. They do not hear it, but they see you standing there and they say,
"Ma'am, please exit the gatehouse. You were given a direct order by our superior."
You're right. It's just my ankle. I'm sorry. I start hobbling out of the gatehouse.
You leave the gatehouse, I guess. And that guard captain says, "Why the hell was there a flat roach sliding across the ground? Where the hell did it go?"
I don't know. Yeah, I made it like skittle behind some boxes and then I let the spell go.
Says,
I go,
all right, something fishy's going on. We're done here.
I go, you've never heard of the flat roaches of the Grumbar Mountains? How long have you lived here?
Give me another deception check.
Can Cassandra be like, yeah, you've never heard of the
Yeah, sure.
and give me the help action by doing so?
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? Deception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, I rolled 2 9s. But
says,
my
"All right."
deception, well, my deception is 9 though, so it's 18.
He says, I've never heard about that, but look, get out of the the gatehouse. We clearly have something to deal with here. Sorry, all the cabbages that are out, they're out. You're done. The cabbage man is standing outside the gate, and he says, "Thank you so much. My cabbages are safe."
Once we're outside of the gates, I go, so, I haven't seen real, since the war, I haven't seen a real, a ballista or anything since then. Would you mind giving me a tour of the upper walls?
He says, no. And you hear, behind him as a Valiver is pulling on the lever and the gears get knocked off their tracks, and suddenly the doors are like half closing and they stop in their tracks, and the Valiver says,
Uh-oh, malfunction.
I go,
Malfunction in the gatehouse.
did your Valiver just break that? I thought that was supposed to be top of the line.
The captain says, "Oh, god damn it, what now?" And he says, "Ma'am, get away from the gatehouse."
Yeah, I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna back away.
He walks up and he says, "What the hell?" You hear him inside the gatehouse. "What the hell did you do to the fucking cogs?"
Yes, okay, let them blame the Valiver. Do I see, do I see a way to get up onto the walls where the ballistas are, or?
Yeah, you see multiple staircases up the sides of the walls, these blue cobble stairs.
Okay. So, there's a couple things I could do to get up there, but there are Valiver up there, so I don't know how I'm going to get rid of them. I messaged Cassandra. Okay, gates, check. We cannot irritate this man much more without casting magic on him, or he's going to get really mad at us. How do we destroy the ballistas? We have to get up there, but there's Valiver. Can't really cast magic on Valiver. So
She says, "I mean, if I can get close to them with no one looking, I can cut the strings, but..."
Okay. Hold on. Foxbud has invisibility. Now, I'm thinking, if he can get up there, he can cast it 3 times a day. Maybe we cause a distraction. He gets up there, he bites the strings. He goes back invisible, he goes to the other wall, he bites the other 2. All we have to do is distract the Valiver.
Says, "Makes sense to me."
Okay. What would be enough of a commotion to get them to come down off the walls? Without us getting arrested.
Says, "I mean, we've already caused a bit of a commotion. I don't know that there's any way of not having suspicion on us at this point."
I understand. But we have to do something. We have to destroy the ballistas. Oliver specifically told me the gates and the ballistas and don't get caught, right? We're very nearly getting close to getting caught because of the gates, but we've completed that. And now all that's left is the ballistas, okay?
Says, all right. I mean, if you have an idea in mind to distract him, I don't know how big you want him to go.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get in any more trouble. We gotta
Are we
blame it
lighting
on
the
the
building on fire or what?
Oh, okay, no, we gotta. I want to blame it on the Valiver. He's already mad at them. It's gonna be easy to blame another thing on them, right? But how?
Says, I mean, if you have ideas, I'm listening.
What if... Okay, hear me out. If I go touch a Valiver for a couple of seconds, I can make myself look like one, and then I can change my appearance to look like one as well. And so I could pretend to be a Valiver, I think. And then I can just dimension door out, right?
She says,
Because once the ballistas are destroyed, they can't get the gates closed again. Like, we're done here, right?
I suppose.
So, do you think that's a good idea? Yes or no?
She says, I feel like no matter what I say, you're gonna do it.
That's not true. I genuinely want to know if that's a good idea or not.
She says, I don't think any of this is a good idea.
Well, I'm asking your opinion on what you think we should do, Cassandra.
She says, listen, you're the one with the ability to disguise yourself.
Do you think it should... I'm just saying, do you think it should be me, or do you think it should be Foxbutt?
She says, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna work. These both sound insane, Lise.
Okay, do you have a better idea, is what I'm saying. Do you have a better idea?
She says, no, I don't. That's why I'm saying I don't have any opinion either way. Just have Lise give the audience a poll.
Okay, go stand over here and just hang out, and I'll be right back. Lise runs behind one of these stalls.
Okay.
Or actually, no. I gotta go touch a Valiver.
Okay.
She walks up to the nearest Valiver, and I put my hand on it. And
so
I go.
You need to put your hand on it for a full turn. So
6 seconds.
Please tell me exactly how you're doing this.
I walk up and I gently place my hand on it, and I just start asking it as
it
many
immediately
questions.
shrugs away and says,
Ma'am, please do not tamper with the Valiver units.
I am touching your arm. Is this
Ma'am,
tampering?
please do not tamper with the Valiver units.
I start touching it. Is this tampering? How
Please
is
do not,
this
please do not,
tampering?
please do not, please do not, please do not, please do not tamper with the Valiver units.
She just starts fucking laughing.
You see that guard captain look over his shoulder from inside the gatehouse. He's like, what are you doing now? Leave!
Okay, I turn to leave, and then I make a really convincing snapping noise with my ankle, and I fall back onto the Valiver.
Whoa! How do you make a snapping noise with your ankle? Do you snap your ankle?
No. I got clicky ankles.
No. Please explain to me the exact procedure for making a snapping noise with your ankle.
Oh, you know what? I can minor illusion sounds. So I'll just
You get a
subtle spell.
Okay.
I'll subtle spell minor illusion of the sound of my ankle breaking. And then I'm gonna fall back. I'll be like, oh no!
Give me a performance check with advantage.
fall back onto the yacht. Natural 20. I'm doing so good. I'm the best performer anybody has ever seen.
You make a very loud noise on your ankle.
She starts screaming and real tears come down her face.
And Cassandra's pinching the bridge of her nose going, oh god, we're gonna fucking die. And you fall forward onto this Valiver, which says,
Ma'am, you appear to be in distress. Might I aid you?
as you fall into its arms.
She says, please!
How can I aid you today?
I just start stuttering. Help me stand up.
You sense a wave of energy move through that armor that you're wearing, and indicating that it has memorized what the Valiver's armor looks like. The captain says, "All right, hey you, bolts, escort her out of here. I want her 100 feet away from this gate."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think Cassandra and Helga come up and take Lise by the she's got their arms draped, and then we'll go.
Helga speaks up and she says, "Lise, your ankle is fine though, yes?"
No, it's very broken. Let's go.
The Valiver says,
Please, ma'am, come with me. I am happy to assist you in walking 100 feet away from the gate.
Fine. How far is 100 feet?
It's quite a bit back from the gate. It's you're gonna be in the market stalls.
That's fine.
Okay. He escorts you kind of over here.
Okay, you haven't turned the sound off.
Huh?
Your voice mod.
Oh.
whoops. The Valiver then says,
Do you need any further assistance today? I am happy to perform medical emergency services if necessary.
She says, no, I'll be all right. Thank you.
At least allow me to assess the damage to your ankle.
The metal plate in my foot will fix it.
And it kneels down and begins inspecting your ankle, and it says,
Do not worry. All Valiver are equipped with a comprehensive knowledge of all medical practices.
Oh, whoops. I jump into Helga's arms, knowing fully that she will catch me without hesitation. And I go, oh,
Helga
whoops,
catches
time to
you.
go.
And she says, "Oh, Lise, you almost fell. Be more careful next time." And she drops you. She says, "I have got you. Now stand back up."
I'm like, Helga, if you could carry me, please.
Says, "Oh, okay." And she grabs your wrist and slings you over her shoulder.
Okay, goodbye, Valiver. And we pretend to walk away.
Please, do not move her too rapidly. You could cause additional damage to her ankle.
Okay, bye. We walk over here.
All right, you leave, and that Valiver slowly returns to its post.
Okay. All right. I tell Cassandra, I'm like, all right, I'm going in, and if things go to shit, I'm gonna dimension door, so you guys just go back to and I'll meet you at the workshop.
They say, all right, Cassandra says, "Come on, Helga. We're going to stand behind some of the stalls. We're watching."
Lise goes behind one of the stalls, makes her armor look like a Valiver, and then she casts Alter Self to make her look like a Valiver.
Your skin looks metallic. You look exactly like a Valiver.
Fantastic. Okay. I would like to kind of walk across the street, and then I would like to kind of use these back roads to get up to this entrance over here, this stairwell.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk up the stairs.
Okay.
And
once you get up the stairs, you are immediately noticed by a Valiver that's keeping watch.
Right.
And it says,
Excuse me, you seem to be malfunctioning. We only have 2 Valivers scheduled to be posted on this wall today.
in her best, you know what? I think she can change the way her voice sounds with Alter Self. Yeah, something like that. So anyway, she does her best Valiver impression. And she says, I have been given orders to come inspect the ballistas.
and it replies,
The ballistas have already been inspected 4 times this evening. All inspections are complete. They are all within working order.
She says, I have been given an order to check the ballistas for a total number of 5 times.
This does not comply with current regulations. Could you cite the ordinance number?
I make up a number.
what number?
Ordinance number 1 5 0 2 6 3 2 1 1.
Whoa, okay,
0.
hold on. 15026 what?
I don't know. Does it matter?
No, I'm keeping track.
No, I forgot what I said, so.
All right, 15026 it is. And give me a deception check.
Yes. 23.
It says,
Curious. Ordinance number 15026 has already been executed and had to deal with the castle courtyard. Strange. Perhaps this is a filing error.
And she says, strange, perhaps. And then she says, I have my orders. I must inspect the ballistas for a total number of 5 times.
it holds out its hand to you for like a handshake sort of situation. And it says,
Could you please share the ordinance with me and my memory banks?
She says, my sharing seems to be malfunctioning.
and it says,
I simply cannot comply with your request if I cannot see the ordinance.
Take it up with the captain.
Valiver Unit 127B, please retrieve the captain immediately.
and this other Valiver steps down to go retrieve the captain. And a short time later returns with the captain in tow.
This is going badly. This is going very badly.
And he says, God damn it, can you fucking bolts do anything without my assistance?
I say, sir, I have been given orders to complete ballista inspection a total number of 5 times. Ordinance number.
And the other Valiver says,
However, as you are aware, sir, we are only scheduled for 4 inspections of the ballistas. However, this model is citing ordinance number 15026, which seems to be relevant to the castle courtyard reconstruction project. However, that said, it is possible this is yet another filing error. We have been stretched thin recently.
And he says, "Oh my God, what does it matter if we inspect them 4 times or 5 times?"
Sir, I am just following my orders.
He slaps you on the back of the head. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this man melee attacks you on the back of the head.
Ow!
And he says, "Just inspect it, okay? I'm overriding the ordinance number. New ordinance number, you piece of shit. Inspect them again."
Thank you, Captain.
And he steps back down from the wall.
I look at the Valiver and I just say, I am glad this order has been sorted out. And I go to inspect the ballista.
Agreed. Current inspection count has been updated to 5 via captain orders. Please proceed.
Cool. Do they fuck off so I can inspect this ballista? Cool.
So there is still the one standing near the ballista that is able to see it, but the other one does go back to its post.
Can I stand like here and inspect it so I'm like kind of blocking what I'm doing?
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah. 17.
Okay. What are you doing?
Stealthily fucking this ballista up. What's the best way? Looking at it and inspecting it. If you want, I can do like an investigation check. But like, I'm trying to find the best way to fuck this thing up without them immediately noticing.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. This is gonna need to be intelligence based.
Investigation. I only got a 13.
You don't see a whole lot. It just kind of looks like a big crossbow to you.
Right.
You can tell where the shots are loaded. You can see these kind of thick ropes that are drawn back to arm it.
Do I see any important screws?
You notice that when pulled back, there are like 2 gears that move in order to release the arms.
Okay, can I take one of the gears?
Okay. How are you going about doing that? They are bolted on.
Oh, they're bolted on. Can I have Well, no, I don't. I think that would bring too much attention. I can't just like unscrew it. It's like
you can just start turning things. But I'm gonna have you make another skill check based on that.
And if I cut the strings, that would be pretty obvious, right? If I did that.
You get the feeling it will release the shot.
Oh God! Okay, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, I think initially maybe I'll just start turning things, like pretending that I'm like tightening them.
Okay, give me a... Man, they don't have like a mechanics skill in 5e, huh? What's fitting here? Maybe just like a flat intelligence check.
Okay.
Since we don't have anything that kind of fits this situation.
Mod 20.
Okay. You somehow don't manage to like completely break anything. However, at some point, one of the bolts you're tightening, the wood starts to crack a little bit, like you tightened it too far. And you notice that like the lever to release the the shot is like no longer taut. It kind of like falls limp.
So, do I think that I've sufficiently sabotaged this one?
You can't immediately tell. You could try pulling the lever.
No, because if I pull the lever, then it'll go.
Well, will it?
I'm gonna say that this one's been inspected.
Okay.
All right. And then I head on over to the other ones.
Okay.
Has inspection been completed on ballista number 37?
Correct. No further inspections are required.
Thank you. Have an excellent day.
Thank you. Have an excellent day.
All right. You make your way down off the wall.
Nice. Nice. Elise is literally just going, nice. Okay, yeah. And then I'll make my way over and up these stairs and to this
As you're
ballista.
passing that captain, by the way, you hear him saying, all right, we'll get maintenance down here in the morning. Just close the other gates and it'll be fine. No one can get in. And another Valiver walks forward and pulls the lever to this gate. And
The same.
the doors get stuck again. And it says,
Oh no, malfunction in the gatehouse.
and he says, How? I'm having all of you decommissioned. I'm having every single one of you decommissioned. And he storms back into the gatehouse.
Lisa's like, yes. Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did to the other one to these two.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Natural 20. This dice are like sucking my dick today. Like that.
Oh my god.
That's like 3 nat 20s that I've rolled in the last like hour.
You fully obscure what you're doing from this Valiver, and you turn that same bolt again, and the wood cracks again, and you see that lever fall limp.
Nice.
And you actually see on the third ballista, there's a Valiver inspecting it right now.
Excuse me. Per new orders, ballistas are to be inspected a total of 5 times. Are you currently completing inspection number 4?
Affirmative and negative. The 5th inspection is now complete on ballista number 39.
I was instructed to inspect them the total number of 5 times. Unfortunately, this one will have to be re-inspected.
Negative. Inspection has already been completed.
You fucking bitch! Can I make the roach come back?
Sure. Do a subtle spell, I guess.
Oh no! The flat mountain roach has returned. Quickly.
And you make this flat roach appear on the ground in front of this Valiver, and it says,
Unfortunately, there is no procedure for dealing with outside pestilence. I have no orders to dispose of this roach.
But it could perhaps tamper with the gatehouse or the ballistas. I think in lieu of commands, it is proper order to dispose of it immediately.
I believe your logic matrix may need to be recalibrated. Could you please cite your unit number?
The roach disappeared. she says, it appears the roach has disappeared.
It steps forward and holds a hand out and it says,
Please, allow me to assist in recalibrating your logic matrix.
She says, as stated before, I have some malfunction in that quadrant.
Affirmative. I can help you recalibrate.
She says, I am to report back to the castle after my inspection is completed. There is no need for your assistance.
Standard procedure for malfunctioning Valiver is to recalibrate with a functional Valiver. I am a functional Valiver. I can proceed to run this diagnostic for you.
I have been given orders otherwise.
Please cite the ordinance.
God, Lisa's literally thinking, like, these Valiver are on my ass today, and Oliver's gonna kick my ass if one of these ballista just fucking works.
it's still holding a hand out for you to grab its hand.
I'm thinking about it. Nothing good's gonna happen if I touch it. So I'm just trying to think. Can robots be charmed?
You've certainly never tried.
I feel like the answer is no. I think she just says, please allow me to inspect. Please allow me to finish my inspections so I may return. And, so I may return for calibration.
Negative. A malfunctional Valiver may not proceed with inspections. And, in fact, has this unit conducted any inspections recently?
No.
Oh, very well. In that case, I will run your diagnostic, and then I will inspect this ballista for the 5th inspection.
I gotta get rid of this Valiver. I say, is it possible to, I think I'm gonna turn, and walk down the stairs, and then walk over here and walk back up these stairs.
Hang on.
Excuse me, you are malfunctioning. Excuse me, you are malfunctioning. Excuse me, you are malfunctioning.
It follows you the whole way.
I'm gonna walk like down, like over here.
Okay.
Does it follow me?
It continues following you.
Cool. I'm gonna walk right up to the edge.
Oh no.
Please allow me to conduct. Maintenance on this malfunctioning Valiver unit.
Oh, okay. And she turns to it and goes, "Of course. Please extend your hand."
It takes
But
your
it's like-
hand. It takes your hand and says,
I would like to push it.
Error!
off the edge.
Error! Connection diodes! Connection diodes are malfunctioning. Wait, this is not a Valiver unit.
I would like to push it off.
"Give me a strength contest."
Okay. Please roll well.
It didn't roll amazing, but it didn't roll terrible either.
I'm gonna re-roll that with my doubloon.
Okay, you're lucky doubloon.
Yes, sir. Okay. What am I rolling? Strength?
Yes.
I rolled an 18, but I have a -1, so it's 17.
You succeed.
Oh my god! What did you roll?
16.
Oh my god! I just by the skin of my fucking teeth pushed this thing off the edge.
You push it when it wasn't expecting it, and it says,
Oh no! Error! Error! Unit is falling. Poof.
and it like hits the ground, taking let's see. It initially takes 11 points of falling damage, and let's see, does a dexterity saving throw.
After I push it, I would like to very quickly walk back to this ballista, do the screw, and then leave.
It fails on its dexterity saving throw and slides further down the trail.
Yes.
And you hear in the distance,
Warning! Warning! Intruder on the wall! Warning! Warning! Intruder on the east wall!
Oh god. Do I think I have time to get the screw before anybody can really hear it?
give me a deception check.
24.
Unit 374D, did you see where that new malfunctioning Valiver went?
Yes.
This other Valiver approaches you and speaks up.
It jumped off the wall and is now spouting error codes or whatever.
Oh no, it appears we have multiple malfunctional Valiver. I will proceed to conduct the inspection of this ballista.
This ballista has already been inspected.
Oh, you have completed the 5th inspection of this ballista.
I
Give
am
me a persuasion check,
shit.
since you're posing as this other Valiver.
Persuasion 21. I'm really good at persuasion.
It says,
Very well, returning to post.
And while he's walking away, I'm very quickly gonna bend down.
you turn that bolt and you hear that snap again, and you see the lever fall slack. And as you're doing that, you see the other Valiver sprinting back up to the gate, and it's shouting,
Warning! Warning! Intruder on the east wall! Warning! Warning! Intruder on the east wall!
I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna head down this farther staircase.
okay.
And then can I just take the back ways and try and get back to Artemis's?
Yeah. You
Nice.
You sprint back, and as you're leaving, as you're in like the stairwell out of sight, you see you hear the other Valiver call back to you and say,
Unit 374D, could you check out... Oh. Unit 374D is now missing as well.
And the commotion continues at the gatehouse out of earshot.
Cool. I'm assuming upon seeing the commotion, Cassandra and Helga also left.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way back to the to Artemis's workshop. As you're making your way back down the street, it's getting to be about like 5 a.m., maybe a little after 5. The sky is starting to lighten up as if dawn is soon, which means that the siege will be underway in about an hour or so. So you make your way back to Artemis's workshop, which is still fully empty, except you actually find... actually, before you get there, as you're making your way there, you notice these clouds are gathering more and more. It's starting to look like it's about to rain, and those clouds are slowly circling around Castle Chilvane.
That doesn't look good, does it?
And Cassandra says, Don't even talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about what that means.
Why are the clouds doing that, Cassandra?
Says, don't make me think about it. Oh, this is all gonna go tits up, isn't it?
Do you think? Okay, obviously we three are not enough to go into the castle by ourselves, probably. But I do fear for whatever that means.
And as you arrive back at Artemis's workshop, you find Merlin inside.
Merlin? Oh my god. You will not believe what I had to do to fucking get that shit open and break those damn ballistas.
He says, "Oh, Lise, you're back. I was starting to worry that you weren't going to get back before the raid."
She says, Valiver are fucking awful. They get on your ass about everything, and you have to make up a whole bunch of shit just to get them to leave you alone. And then when that doesn't work, sometimes you have to push them off a wall.
He says, "Wait, you did what?
I don't want to talk about it. The gates are
attention
open.
to yourself, did you? Or
the gates are open, and the ballistas are. I'm 80% sure the ballistas are broken. So. That's the best I could do.
Were you caught? Or did you manage to stay in... You know what? I feel like maybe you were caught.
I'm like, do you see any guards? Am I arrested?
Oh, I don't doubt your ability to escape being caught, Lise, but I also doubt your ability to be subtle.
No, I blamed it on another Valiver who they think is malfunctioning, so it should be fine.
I see. That does seem to be the least way. He says, Artemis is actually on their way now. They had to stop off with a group of farmers and merchants who are offering to give supplies to... And he stops and he, raises his head and he says, "You feel that?"
Do I feel it?
He casts some spell and he says, "Something's not right. I need to check on this." And he starts rolling over toward the door and he says, "I'm sensing a strange presence in this city that is not the Emperor."
She says, there are clouds kind of funneling towards Castle Chilvane. Do you know what that means?
He says, "I'm not sure, but I don't know if it's Castle Chilvane. I'll be right back."
No, you don't go anywhere by yourself.
Says, "Well, you need to be here to wait for Oliver."
Cassandra, go with Merlin.
He says, I'll be all right, Lise.
If you don't come back, I am gonna piss on your grave, old man.
He says, I'll come back.
Fine.
And he he says, we just can't afford any unknown variables during this siege.
I suppose. And we also can't have you dying before it even begins.
Says, well, should that happen, I have full faith in you, Lise. And he leaves the room.
Don't joke about that!
And he leaves.
He's got the minute he's gone, Lisa's like, he's gonna die.
Oh my god. Cassandra says, should we go after him?
No, we have to wait here for Oliver. Look, he's an accomplished wizard, right? He's very powerful, but I don't know. I just worry about him alone in this city.
We could have Helga wait.
I look at Helga. I look back at Cassandra. I'm like, let's give him. I have faith in him. Let's give him some time. But if he's gone for too long, then we will look for him.
Okay. How long do you wait for?
How long do I think?
I don't know. How long do you think?
Well, no. I was gonna say, how long do I think that it's gonna be until Oliver and Artemis get here?
Like I said, well, it's probably a little bit less than an hour now because you needed time to get back to Artemis's old workshop. So, 30, 40 minutes.
I'll give him 30 minutes, and if he's not back by then, we'll see.
30 minutes pass by. He has not returned.
He's got 15 more minutes. He's got 15 more minutes.
Cassandra says, should we go after him?
I don't know, Cassandra, do you think we should? I don't like that he's out there by himself, but we have to wait for Oliver and Artemis.
And, she says, here, I can go after him.
No, because you're gonna go missing too.
But we also gotta find him. Where the hell did he go?
I don't know. You stay here with Helga. I will check Foxbird and go scout around. And I will come back if I don't find him.
Okay. You make your way toward the door, and Cassandra says, I'm not letting you leave my side.
Okay, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do then? Cassandra?
He says, Helga, wait for Artemis. Or not Artemis, Oliver. And she says, Helga will stay right here no matter what happens. Entire army can come and try and stop me from guarding this room, and I will kill them all.
Oh my god.
And she says, she'll watch for them.
Okay. I suppose I have Dimension Door if we need to return in a hurry. We'll just go kind of see if we can see where he went. And if it's bad, we'll come back and get reinforcements.
She knocks her boots together and salutes.
Oh, don't do that, but okay, let's go.
And Cassandra says, any idea where he went?
Well, he said he wasn't sure if it was the castle. Can I see his wheelchair tracks on the ground?
These are all cobblestone floors, so
Fuck.
I don't know what tracks you'd be looking for.
Well, he said he wasn't sure if it was the castle. And if it's not the castle, then I'm not sure where it would be.
And as you're debating this, you notice that your shoulder suddenly feels wet, and it begins to rain.
Oh God, I'm all wet. Cassandra, do you have an umbrella?
She says, fresh out.
Fuck. I don't like being wet, Cassandra. I like to be on fire.
She says, then be on fire. Where the hell would he gone? Would he have gone?
I
mean, he seems. I think he was. He took a left when he left, so he's. I don't know. He's probably going west. And she starts heading off that direction.
Fuck. All right, don't leave me behind. Wait.
Give me an investigation check. I'm actually going to run one for both you and Cassandra.
Natural 1.
Oh my god. Okay, Cassandra got a 13. She only gets a +1. It takes you guys a while, and you actually hear in the distance, toward the east gate, you hear yelling start to happen.
Oh shit.
As you believe the siege has begun. And you hear screaming and yelling and swords clashing toward that part of the city. And you hear a city alarm bell ring out. Bong, bong, bong. And as you're investigating, it takes you guys a bit. But you actually see out of the corner of your eye, distant down the street, you're kind of near the post office at this point, looking around the streets for Merlin. You see different Valiver rushing through the streets toward that east gate. And you see out of the corner of your eye down a long stretch, you see Merlin entering the Museum of Light.
He went to the museum. Should we follow him?
She says, I mean, we need him here for the siege, right?
Yeah, but he's investigating something he thinks is bad. I guess he could use our help either way. Let's go.
You continue down that direction, and you notice as you're approaching this museum, you look up and you see those clouds are like starting to move rapidly around Castle Chilvane, and you hear thunder again.
I feel like I hold Cassandra's hand just for the rest of all of this.
Is Foxbud still in your bag with you?
Yeah.
All right. You make your way toward the museum. Let me drop you guys outside of it. Give me just a second.
Oh god, is this gonna be like Night at the Museum? All of the exhibits come to life and try to kill me.
Is Foxbud in your bag, or does he come out? I just want to make sure if I should drop his token down or not.
No, he's gonna stay in my bag for a minute. If we're about to enter initiative, he might pop out, but it depends on who we're fighting.
Okay. You find yourself in front of this large museum entrance that Merlin just entered.
I would like to. There aren't any windows, are there?
No, there are not.
I would like to be stealthy because I don't want to fuck him up, like whatever he's doing. But I want to be here if he needs help.
You so do you kind of do a stealth check coming in through the front here?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for both Lise and Cassandra.
Lise got a 15, and Cassandra got a 24.
Sorry, could you repeat those?
Lise got a 15, and Cassandra got a 24.
Okay. With those, you sneak in through that front entrance. And you actually find inside Merlin, who is kind of seated next to this wall.
Does he look like he's being stealthy?
He does. He looks like he's listening around this corner. And he sees you come in and immediately holds a finger up to his lips.
Yeah, we'll sneak over, next to him and be quiet.
And sort of shortly after that, when you're inside this room, here, let me just turn it down. Once you're inside, you hear a voice ring out. And it says, "Oh, good. Finally, she's here. Lise DeForest, you can come out now."
I look at Merlin.
Merlin's eyes immediately get wide.
She just starts flipping off, like, the air. I turn around and look at Cassandra.
And as you're sitting here staring at them, the voice says, "There's no need to try and pretend like you're not here. I'm well aware of you being here, Lise."
Do I recognize the voice? Or is it not a voice that I've heard before?
It sounds like Varric.
Oh. Oh, no! I don't want it to be Varric. I look at Cassandra, I message her, and I say, "Go get Helga." And then I stand up, brush myself off. I look at Merlin.
She grabs your wrist and she says, "I'm going to get her. I swear to God, if you are fighting before I get back, I'm going to kick your ass."
I give her a kiss on the cheek, and I turn around, I look at Merlin, and I'm like, kind of like, "Are you gonna come out with me? Or are you gonna stay here?"
And he narrows his eyes and says, "I'll wait."
She nods, brushes herself off, cracks her knuckles, kind of stretches her neck and goes, "All right." And as soon as Cassandra is out of the building, Lise kind of says to herself under her breath.
She again squeezes your wrist before she leaves, and she says, "Stall as long as you can."
All right, I will.
And she sprints out to get Helga.
As soon as she's gone, Lisa's like, "I don't want to die today. I'm not going to die today. Not going to die today. I don't want to die today. I'm not going to die today." And with that, she very, like, she doesn't like being like obviously one has been pulled over on her and she hates that. So she's very like, I'm not gonna let it bother me. Like, she's like, you're playing your stupid chess game, like, whatever, you think you're so cool, like, I'm not gonna let it fucking get to me. And so she's just gonna walk out and be like, what's up, asshole? Nice to see you again.
So you step out.
Yeah.
As you do, you see a second figure with Varric. Whoops. I meant to reveal, not hide. You see a second figure with Varric. You see Sepulcher.
Lise goes,
Sepulcher is doing something to this massive skeletal, like this massive dragon skeleton that's being suspended from the ceiling. And she turns to you and she says, "You're slightly earlier than I had expected, but that's quite all right."
Ah, you know me. I have a habit of ruining everyone's plans.
And Varric says, "So, what brings you here, Lise? I hear a siege might be happening."
Oh, you know, I saw... I saw the two ugliest elves enter the museum, and I thought, wow, gotta see what they're up to.
And Sepulcher says, "Don't be foolish. We know the real reason you are here."
Do you? I'd love to hear what it is.
"Of course. He is familiar with me. He can sense my presence." And
I don't know who you're talking about.
And Varric says, "Are you going to hide all day, good boy, or are you going to come out?"
Good boy.
And Merlin slowly wheels out, and he says, "You continue to impress me, Varric." Varric says, "So, Lise, still the lapdog of Merlin and Oliver, I see."
If that's what you call friends, I can see why you don't have any.
Says, "Oh, I have plenty of friends, Lise. I didn't appreciate your lies to me about Quinn, by the way. Quite the underhanded move."
I look at
And-
Sepulcher. I don't answer his... I don't acknowledge his question. I just look at Sepulcher.
She says, "Yes. Why did you lie to him, Lise?"
I look at Merlin.
He is eyes fixed on Sepulcher. And he says, "So what are you doing here?" And Sepulcher says, "I figured I would kill two birds with one stone. I need to consult with Lise, and I need to retrieve a tool."
Interesting.
She takes a break from what she's doing to turn around and face you. You see once again, like under her hood, her like glowing, piercing eyes and that cracked, black cracked skin. And she says, "I trust you've had the dream by now."
Oh, yeah. Really fun time you've got cooked up for us, eh?
She says, "I don't know what part of that world you saw, but I have seen countless visions of it. Lise, do you know what that dream means?"
I think it means you're a sadistic psychopath with a penchant for killing innocent people.
She says, "How did you glean such a conclusion from that dream?"
Well, let's see. The dream I had consisted of a family, a man, and 2 children, simply enjoying their lives until the sky was split open and they ran screaming for their lives. What was I meant to glean from that?
She says, I see. You have a misunderstanding. You thought that world was ours.
Was I not supposed... From my understanding, that was the world you wish for us to have. So, what am I misunderstanding?
I was hoping that you would glean perhaps a bit more from that. Lise, that was the world before ours.
Okay.
Did you notice how peaceful it was? How happy it was?
Looked in appearance different from ours, but I saw nothing that gave me much clarity as to the peacefulness of the entire world. Perhaps that family on that day, for a handful of minutes.
She says, Lise, I have had countless visions of this world. I have been cursed with the knowledge that a world can be more peaceful and serene than ours. Their world was with a fraction of the strife that ours was. These reconstructions, these reformations, have happened countless times, Lise. There was a world before theirs, and a world before that. Lise, there could be a world after this one that is even better. If that world could exist, that would lead one to believe that perhaps we can make it even better. No strife, no suffering, no destruction. What I am talking of is not the harmony that Oryn promises. What I am speaking of is a better world, a world of peace.
If this world, previous to ours, was so peaceful, why was it destroyed?
Because this seems to be the natural order of things. Reality collapses over and over and over again. It seems the perfect balance has not yet been found. I aim to find that balance, prevent any more reformations from being necessary.
And so, if this world that we live in was the results of the reformation of the last one, but it is not as peaceful as the previous, what makes you think the next one will be any different?
She says, a mistake was made. I will not make such a mistake.
And I suppose you know what that was, because you have so much knowledge that apparently nobody else seems to have.
She says, I have an inkling. Lise, understand that the Reformation is the natural order. However, I plan to disrupt that natural order. I will make the final Reformation.
I see. Well, that's all well and good. But what does that have to do with today, and here, and with this big dragon fellow? Oh my god, are you going to reanimate this dragon?
She says, Lise, can I count on your allegiance? Do you understand the gravity of the decisions that must be made? Surely you must by now.
I think she's trying very hard not to say like some like very snarky shit. I think she kind of grabs the edge of Merlin's wheelchair a little bit, just to like steady herself. And she says, I am going to destroy Oryn and their harmony that will destroy this world. And after that happens, we will see. But I promise you nothing.
She says, unfortunately, the key will be turned by the Emperor. There is no avoiding it now.
So what then?
Your war rages outside, though I fear they will not be fast enough. So your only choice is to join me.
I've still yet to hear a plan.
We turn the final key. We seize the means to reform reality.
So, today, right now, you want me to help you. I look at Varric and I give him the nastiest fucking look. To help you. Kill the Emperor, take his key, and reform reality as you see fit. Am I correct in understanding that? Or is
Precisely.
there something else that I'm missing?
Your purpose is to retrieve the hammer.
The Emperor has the hammer? Or
No.
the hammer is here?
No. Only you can retrieve it. And once you do, you will surrender it to me.
I do wish you would stop being so vague. Do you know where the hammer is?
I simply cannot know. Only you can find it. You are destined to do so. That is why I need you, Lys de Forest.
Okay. So you want me to help you kill the Emperor so you can take his spear?
No. I want you to find the hammer. And Merlin turns to you and he says, the key still hasn't been turned. We can still stop the Emperor.
Right. Well, he only has one key, though. What happens if he just turns it the once?
She says, he is turning the key for us. We do not need to be the ones to turn the first key, but we can turn the final key. We will start the Reformation.
So you don't want to stop the Emperor?
I do not. Why would I? He is a useful idiot.
Right. And you think you're going to reform reality and get rid of him anyways?
Precisely.
And how does that work?
She says, I would prefer not to give you the information required to usurp me.
You told me that in this new reality of yours, it would be our choice whether we enter into it or not. But you seem like you seem certain perhaps the Emperor will not be in this new reality? And is that
He will
something
not.
you get to dictate?
Yes,
So it is not up to us.
it is up to you whether or not you cooperate.
I see.
As she's saying all this, Merlin actually rolls closer to Varric, and he says, Varric, what has she done to you? And Varric says, nothing. I feel right as rain. And Merlin says, Quinn's dead, Varric. You killed him. Why are you okay with that? And Varric says, don't be foolish, Merlin. He's still alive. And doing well, might I add. And Merlin says, we haven't seen him in years, Varric. He's dead. And as Merlin says that, Varric calls out, old boy, are you still back there? Come join us, won't you?
I hate that he says old boy. Sorry.
As you look over Merlin's shoulder to this far wall, you see, step around the corner of this museum, Quinn. But he doesn't look how you remember. His flesh is rotten. He is a walking corpse. And Varric says, don't you see? Right as rain.
I think Lisa's like stunned into silence for a minute.
And Merlin says, you're not being cheeky, are you? You really don't see it. And Varric says, see what? What is it I'm supposed to see, Merlin? And Merlin turns to you, a look of horror on his face.
Yeah.
And he says, what magic could possibly twist your mind like this, Varric? He says, I do ask that you begin making sense, old boy. This is getting rather tiresome.
Lise says, you know, Bedlam tells me funny things. And most of the time it's nonsense, but he did say something interesting the other day. He said, you know, Varric, he was never quite the same after he shook Sepulchre's hand.
And
Wonder what that
Merlin turns to Sepulchre as you say that. And he squints at her and he says, what are you? And Sepulchre doesn't, she looks to him for a moment, stares, and then turns back to you and says, so, will you cooperate when the time comes?
And do you plan to continue atrocities like this? I point at Quinn. In your new world?
Quinn shambles forward further, and she says, I don't know what you speak of. Quinn is fine and well. His soul is fully present in his body. He is fully...
Lise throws up.
As Lise throws up, you swear you hear Quinn let out a...
She like throws up and then like stands back up, kind of wipes her mouth off, and like is like, you know when you feel like white hot rage and like it's like you're numb with anger.
the light that Sepulchre was like casting on this large skeleton begins to take shape in its like empty rib cage, and suddenly
Holy shit.
all the wires suspending it begin vibrating, and they start snapping as this massive skeletal dragon falls into this fountain in the center of the room, and kind of like splashes water everywhere, and it gets up and stands up next to Sepulchre.
Okay, so what's the plan with the bone dragon? If you don't care about the Emperor or any of this.
She says, I have places to be, things I need to accomplish in the meantime. Preparations, you see. So I ask again, do I have your cooperation? And after she says that, Merlin, looking back at her, and then back at Quinn, and then back at her, he says, you really are a monster. What is this? And looks back at Quinn, and you hear escape from Quinn's mouth. Mercy.
Like, did Varric not hear that?
And Varric speaks up, and he says, I agree. You all should be on your way, like Quinn just said.
I look at Merlin, I said, okay, so he's blind and deaf and stupid? Wow.
Merlin says, I don't know that we can trust Varric's observation right now.
I'm gonna keep close to Merlin.
And Cassandra and Helga arrive. They come charging in, and Cassandra cries out, "No one! Everyone, put your weapons down! We've got backup! We're here to save the day!"
Cassandra. I'm like, love, calm down. Take a deep breath. And don't, I'm like trying to body block Quinn so she doesn't see you.
She does look over and see Quinn, and she stops speaking, and her mouth falls agape.
I just look at Sepulchre like, you've really fucking done it this time.
And she says, one final time, will you cooperate, or will I need to kill you the next time I see you?
You need me to find your hammer, you dumb bitch. And I already told you that I would find it.
Will you cooperate?
I will find your hammer.
She says, I don't think you understand, Lise. I am not here to play games. But perhaps you do not understand the position you are in. So, we will make you understand. And she turns to Varric, and she says, the red one and the green one, we do not need them.
Now that's funny. That's really funny. I didn't know you were a comedian.
And with that, we are going to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
can you go ahead and give me initiative rolls for yourself, Cassandra, and Helga?
Elise got a 14. Cassandra got a 10. And Helga got an 11.
Could you repeat those?
14 for Elise.
Okay.
10 for Cassandra.
Okay.
And 11 for Helga.
Okay. Ooh, okay. This is going to be interesting. I like this order.
I don't like this order.
That's okay. You don't have to like this order. First up in the order is going to be Sepulcher.
Great.
And she actually she leaps up onto her onto this skeletal dragon. Give me 1 second. I have to move some stuff around here really quick. I'm still making the table. Trying to be smooth with it, but I'm not doing a very good job.
That's okay.
She leaps up. She uses her action to leap up onto this skeletal dragon. And I'm just going to take her token off the board. I'll still track her stats and everything, but you can just assume that she's on this dragon. And that is her turn. Next up in the order is Varric, who is going to cast a spell. This is a fun one. I like this spell a lot.
Is Merlin gonna counterspell it?
He can certainly try. Give me 1 second. I didn't uncast all the spells from the last time you faced Varric, so I had to like quickly clear out his sheet. Forgot to do that. Okay, he casts a spell, and let's see. Let me make sure I remember counterspell. I'm not used to doing so many casters back to back to back. He's going to cast a spell. Merlin is going to counterspell. Give me 1 second. Succeeds. However... Ooh, actually, I don't have to roll for this. Yeah, I don't have to roll for this. Varric counterspells his counterspell.
Can you cast 2 spells?
You
on the same turn?
Reaction counterspell, yeah.
Okay.
And as he casts that spell, some barriers appear, surrounding you and Helga. The two of you find yourselves inside of a semi-transparent blue cube. And as he does so, Varric says, "We'll deal with you in a moment, dear."
The hell you
And
will.
that is the end of his turn. And Merlin says, Varric, I know you're still in there. You have to be. And he attempts to cast Dominate Person on Varric.
That's a charm spell. Varric's an elf, so he gets advantage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah. He attempts to cast Dominate Person on him, but it immediately fails. And Merlin says, there's something else in there.
What do you mean?
He says, that's not just Varric.
What does that mean?
He says, I don't know, but it's not just Varric.
How do you separate somebody from something else?
And with that, we are on to you, Lise.
Well, I'm gonna take this moment where I feel like nobody is going to attack me to 4th level False Life.
Okay.
That is 21 temporary healing points.
That's how many?
21.
21. Okay. All right.
And I'll leave Foxbit in my backpack for now. There's no reason for him to come out while we're in a cube.
Okay. Okay, you cast that spell. Next up in the initiative order is Helga. She turns to you and says, what should Helga do?
See if attacking the barrier does anything.
Okay. She fucking wails on this barrier. Boom, 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 boom. Like she bang, bang, bang smacks her maul against the barrier, and you see like ripples of light emanating out from where she's striking, but nothing is happening.
Okay, don't worry. I have an idea.
And that's Helga's turn, and Cassandra actually doesn't even look to you for what to do. She immediately makes 2 pistol attacks on Sepulcher.
I'm like, no, attack Varric! Because then he'll have to do concentration rolls on the fucking shield!
Okay, first one succeeds. Second one fails. She fires twice on Sepulcher, and she screams out, "Oh no! You're not making it out of this alive, you bitch!" And does 10 piercing damage with the shot that hits. And we reach top of the order, Sepulcher.
Quinn doesn't do anything?
You're right. I skipped Quinn. We'll just move him down to the bottom of the order so it makes sense. He actually shambles off to the side over here and fires an arrow on Cassandra.
Oh.
It misses. However, tink, The arrow pings off the stone floor next to her foot, and she looks up and sees Quinn as the one who fired it. And you see a look of utter betrayal on her face and a tear fall from her eye, and you see her try to remind herself it's not Quinn anymore.
It's not him. If we kill him, then his soul will get to go free. So maybe let's focus on Varric and Quinn.
And with that, we move on to Sepulchre, who this giant dragon begins levitating off the ground, flapping its wings, and she says, I think that perhaps Lise needs to be made aware of the position she is in. And she turns to Cassandra. She says, you are not necessary for my plans. And she casts a spell and points a finger to her. She says, drop dead. And as she says that, Merlin calls out, and he says, no, you don't, Sepulchre, and casts counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
Succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm. Does she have legendary resistance? Or
However,
she's also going to cast counterspell?
she raises her other hand and says, silence, and counterspells his counterspell.
Can I counterspell her spell?
You can sure try.
I'm gonna use a high level counterspell. I don't know what. But I only have one spell slot. I'm assuming this is power word kill, which is like a super high level spell. This bites, actually.
What do you do?
I'm thinking about it. This bites. I'm debating what spell slot to use because I only have one 7th level and one 6th level, and I kind of had other plans for those.
As time seems to like dilate right here. Like every second is like an hour. And Merlin looks at the barrier between you and him. And he says, don't bother. It won't work. And as her hand pointed at Cassandra begins to glow, Merlin looks you in the eyes with the most serious look he has ever given you.
Oh no.
And he says, save him. And he rolls forward and leaps out of his seat. As this spell fires from Sepulchre's hand, Merlin, is between her and Cassandra. The spell collides with him in his chest, and Merlin is blasted back against the wall. Merlin falls dead. And with that, Sepulchre shakes her head, and she says, "Very well. That will do." And her dragon rises into the air and bursts through the gigantic window behind her. She disappears into the night. Varric, you see out of the corner of your eye. His eyes begin to twitch, as if something inside of him is fighting.